Today, we will practice visualizing in order to understand the character's feelings in the text. To practice it, we will use this section of the story, The Dreamcatcher. Visualizing means making a mental picture in your head of what's happening in the story so you can understand it better. Let's practice it with this one. Peter walked home from school. Salty tears ran down his cheeks, and his stomach hurt. He didn't know what to do. Grandmother was waiting for him on the front porch. "What's wrong, Bian?" said Peter's grandmother. Bian was Peter's Ojibwe name. He called his grandmother Nakomi. Peter looked up. "I have to give a presentation where I talk about a family tradition. I know we have lots of beliefs and customs. Can you remind me of one?" Nakomi smiled and nodded her head. "Come with me," she said. In this section of the text, we know that Peter is making a presentation to the class about a family tradition. Now let's try to visualize how he feels using the first paragraph. Take note of the words that the author used in order to describe how Peter looks like when he went home. It says here, Peter walked home from school. Salty tears ran down his cheeks and his stomach hurt. Now I need you to imagine a boy walking to his house, crying, and not feeling good, just because he's going to give a presentation. Imagine it in your head. Now, using what you can visualize, think of how Peter feels about the presentation. Knowing or having a knowledge of a person crying and having a stomach hurt just because he's going to do something, it seems that he is sad about it or he is upset about it. So, how does visualization help us figure out how Peter feels? With the words that the author used, we are able to visualize how Peter looks like. And from that, we can figure out that Peter feels sad and upset. Visualizing helps you better understand the text. It also helps you understand how the character feels better. So remember, as good readers, always make a mental picture in your head of what's happening in the story so you can better understand the characters and the events in the text. Today, you learned how to visualize so that you could better understand the characters' feelings.